answer. I like the, how much detail you went in, but what I want to focus on today is kind of synthesizing the information that you have on the matter, which is correct, into a readable and well-written answer. So I have an example. One of you guys gave this in his homework. I'm not going to say who, okay? And I'm going to read it out. When he was asked things, he refused to say, like a turtle going back to its shell because it's scared. Okay. So, can someone tell me what potential issues there might be with this answer? And by the way, I'm not going to say who wrote it, so yeah. Lucas.
He's like not scared.
So first of all, okay, so let's call this things to improve on. First of all, Opal's dad isn't scared. Why? Then, okay, so he's not scared. What is he then? He's just
thinking.
Yeah, he's constantly thinking
About like things what you say at the church.
Exactly, constantly thinking about church-related things, which is why he seems to cut himself off from the rest of the world. Now, even if we were to say this answer is right, which in my personal opinion it is not, could you see any other issues with this response? And I'm not just talking about what is written down, but I'm talking about the grammar, the sentence structure, stuff like that. Sam, what do you think? So the answer here, Sam, was when he was asked things, he refused to say like a turtle going back to its shell because it's scared. Can you see anything wrong grammatically with what's being written here? Or sentence structure? Sam? What do you think? Can you read what's on the page? If not, just tell me. I can always change the font.
What's the question?
Well, the question, right? If you look at the screen, the question was, how did Opal's father remind her of a turtle? And the answer given by a student A, let's call him student A, was when he was asked things, he refused to say like a turtle going back to its shell because it's scared. What is the problem here?
He never gets out of his shell.
That's not the issue. My issue is what's wrong with the answer, right? When you read that, or when you hear that, there are, I guess, problems with it. It's not written in a way that is grammatically correct. Do you see any issues here? If not, we'll just move on. It's okay.
No.
Okay, understand. Lucas, what do you think?
He says he refused, but he doesn't refuse in the church.
That's good, but remember, I'm trying to focus more on writing it rather than the content, okay? So let's just assume that what he wrote was correct, all right? What else could be improved on? Okay, let me give you guys an example of how you could restructure this, all right? First of all, when you're asked a question like this, try to include the question in your answer. So how did Opal's father remind her of a turtle? Opal's father reminded her of a turtle because much like a turtle hides in its shell, her father hides in his thoughts. So, do you see the difference here between the two answers? The first one is a little bit incoherent. There's the issue of it sounds like someone is having it sounds like there's a lot of different thoughts going on while the first one is being written. When he was asked things, he refused to say, like, a turtle going back to its shell because it's scared. He refused to say what? And here it says, like a turtle going back to its shell. What is like a turtle going back to its shell? Turtles don't say anything, so how is that comparable? When you write the word like in this context, then you need to put two clauses, two things that are similar to each other. Refusing to say something and a turtle going back to its shell are two very different things, which is why the sentence as a whole just doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense to everyone? Does everyone get that? Okay.